getting the route, the final part of the route for HS2, which has just been announced, and it will mean that new homes in South Yorkshire will be demolished. After the government confirmed this route, properties on the Shimmer housing estate in Mexborough will be bulldozed to make way for the high-speed railway. This is coming from the Department of Transport. This is the route. Residents will lose their homes because ministers decided the line should serve the existing Sheffield city centre station after proposals to run trains to Meadowhall shopping centre were shelved. We're already hearing reaction. Labour's Rotherham MP Sarah Champion says she's furious. She says because South Yorkshire won't get a proper stop. The Department of Transport saying 16 properties on the Shimmer estate will be demolished. Some respondents to a government consultation had argued the plans should take into account 216 homes originally planned at the site. Well, let's speak now to Karen Schofield, who, well, I think, Karen, you've been waiting this decision. You've looked at it. What does it mean for you?
It means, well, it's the worst possible news that you know, anybody wants to hear, that you're going to lose your family home, which my husband and his brothers, they bought the land a long time ago, 40 odd years ago, and there's been 4 family homes built. There's horses, there's stables, we've provided employment for local communities, and it's okay, HS2 saying they're going to compensate like for like. We've invited them to come down here and have a look what we've built up over the years. They haven't been, but it's just going to be, it's just the worst possible news, and how we can all start again, it's just unthinkable.
Karen, I know you work at the local primary school. Tom, your husband, you say, is a farmer on a farm. What actually does this mean? What will the next few years mean for you as a family?
It'll mean that we will be standing together like we always do, and we will continue the fight.
I know this is upsetting, and I appreciate, as we talk to you, this news is only just sinking in, and particularly difficult because you have waited for this for years, haven't you?
Well, we first got to know last year in July, but then, you know, things were hurried through. We haven't had as long as other councils to get in our consultation forms. Things have been rushed through, and communication, to be quite frankly, has been dire. It's been absolutely disgusting the way that we have been treated.
So what have you done to try and stop it in that year?
We've tried to raise awareness in the area. We've actually asked HS2 if they'd like to come up and have a look to see, you know, what we've built up over the years. But of course, well, they didn't. We've tried to raise awareness. We've had leaflets printed, and just get out there in the community. We've had lots of support from our our local councillors. You know, they've helped us immensely, and we've wrote to MPs, we've wrote to Ed Miliband, we've wrote to the Prime Minister, and I just don't think they think it's such a high-rise, fantastic project, but they don't know what's lying in the wake. They just no idea of what people are going through and the lives that we live up here, and I think they should come out and have a look.
Karen, what do you say to those people watching who are saying they utterly understand where you're coming from, this is your home, it is your community, but for the greater good, for the 16,000 jobs that this project will bring and what it will do to South Yorkshire and the benefits it brings? I can see, I don't know the lady sitting next to you, but she clearly doesn't agree with what I've just said.
South Yorkshire. This is my niece. Can you see? This is my niece.
This isn't going to benefit South Yorkshire one bit. All the people it's going to benefit is them down south that's going to make the journeys, the business journeys up to South Yorkshire, and that's the only thing it's going to benefit.
What, I'm sorry, I don't know your name.
No benefit for anybody around it. People, for one, are not going to be able to afford to get on it.
I don't know your name, but I just want to ask you why you think they've come to that decision.
Well, I do believe, I think they're saying it's more cost effective, but if it's going to be a loop that is serving Sheffield, this loop, it won't be big enough to get up to high speed. Are you with me?
Yes, I am. And as I say,
Yeah,
a lot of people will watch you and utterly understand the dilemma you now face. I mean, you're going to have to move.
Well, that will be the last and well, it'll be the most terrible thing if we do have to move. But as my husband said, if anybody's going to bulldoze this property, which I laid the first brick for, it will be him and nobody else.
So you will fight this to the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that means what?
There's too much. There is too much love, and
Too many memories.
family memories in
Too
this
much hard
place.
work gone into all this
Yeah.
over
So-
40 odd years.
So what's the message to Chris Grayling, who says he's made certain concessions with this announcement, and as I say, he says this will benefit more than it affects in...
I don't believe him. I don't think they've looked into it at all. I think they've sort of said that it will be more cost effective, but let's see. I don't think it will. And the money that they're going to be spending, surely that can be spent more wisely and efficiently. Look at the National Health Service. Look at what's just happened in London. These poor families who's lost their homes. Let's push it that way.
I know this is just, literally, we've all just heard this. What are you going to do right now? How do you feel right now about this announcement, what it's going to mean for you?
Gutted. Absolutely gutted.
Yeah, I'm very